What is going on, everyone? How you doing? It is Marlon Hurd, the Valuenaire, and this is probably going to be one of the most important trainings that you watch or that you listen to. Before we get into it, so let's about our free community called the Budget Boys. Come join us. We got some good stuff in there. We got some life-changing stuff in there. It's free to join. Of course, there's upgrades and things of that nature, but it's free to join. Just come join us and posting some good things in there for you. My goal was to be financially successful. I'm gonna tell you when it happened. It's a quick story. I can't remember how old I was, but it was young. I was growing up, and we lived in a really old house. This house was built in like the 20s, and the glass to the windows was really frail. Like, because it was old, the glass was old. And I forget one day we were in there playing around and we had a really big bouncy ball. I don't know if you remember those bouncy balls when you were a kid. And it bounced off. My sister was trying to throw it to me from the kitchen and it bounced. I missed it. Bounced off the table in the living room and it broke a glass. It broke the glass window in the living room. And all my kids get nervous. And I was like, who gonna tell dad? And I'll never forget, my dad came home and the window was broken. He was like, what happened? He's hollering and screaming. Rah. I was like, Dad, we were playing with the ball. This what happened. And he started talking about money. Well, it's gonna cost me this, it's gonna cost me that, blah. And by this time, I might have been in my early teens, 13, 14. And I'm like, why don't we ever have? So at that moment in time, I made it a mission of mine to learn about how money works. And in that process, I was introduced to network marketing, and network marketing really changed my life. And I learned this from network marketing, all right? How to change your lifestyle, right? You see people out there with certain lifestyles. How do they drive that car? How do they wear that dress? How do they get that bag? How do they get that house? How do they get that watch? How can they go on vacation every month? It's a lifestyle. Now, the lifestyles that are shown to us, they're really not maintainable, right? That lifestyle that's shown to us on TV costs a lot of money every day. Every day it costs money. Every single day there is hundreds, if not $1,000 leaving you to maintain the lifestyles that are shown to us, right? The houses and the parties and the beach, all them shows. And it's really challenging to maintain that lifestyle. But there is a lifestyle that you want, and it might be one or two levels below what is shown to us. And you're like, well, how do I get there? How do I get to that point right there? So I learned this about how to get to that point. And I'm going to share with you these 6 steps, okay? On this video, I'm going to show you how to create the lifestyle that you want. This is probably going to be the most, I can't even get the words out, all right? So before we get started, make sure you come join us. This is a free community, Budget Boys. Got some good stuff in there. So let's get into it. Number 1, the bottom rung of this lifestyle ladder is the information. Okay, you're not where you want to be because you don't know what to do. You don't have the information. What does the information include? It includes reading. It includes what you're watching, who you're listening to, what you're listening to, everything that goes into your mind. What does this image say right here? Fills your mind, feeds your curiosity, and expands your awareness. You're just not aware of what to do. There have been millions of people that have gotten to where you want to be. And there have been thousands of people that have written about it. And there are hundreds of people that are training about it. There's a book out there called The Science of Getting Rich by William Waddles. And he said there's a certain way to do things. He didn't say the way or the right way or the wrong way. He said the certain way. So when you start to get the information, it plants the seeds. It plants the seeds to be cultivated and grown. It goes in your mind. Form, it takes on a new form. It creates an awareness, it shapes your outlook, and then action, it creates a new action of some sort. So somewhere this is in a book, it's on a webinar, it's from a coach. You're going to have to, this is where most of your investment should go, into the information, getting that program, paying for that coach, investing in that book. But this is the area that people don't want to do. This is the area that people skip. Everybody skips the information. Why? Because it takes the longest to absorb and start to make changes within you. You have to surround yourself with different people. You have to listen to different things. All right. I did a video on the win formula. You got to be willing to learn and willing to change. And this is information. This is the most important part. I have told people, go buy this book. Hundreds of people. And I have 10 people, man, I bought the book. Oh my gosh. It's wrap now. They got the information. They know what to do now. It starts right here. You better get that book. You better invest in that coach. You better get that program. Information. This is number one. All right. In anything, I promise you, somebody has written a book about what you want to do. Somebody has put together a course on where you want to go. Somebody is going live right now giving you some information. I remember when I wanted to learn about how to grow my YouTube channel, and there was a guy who had a program. It was $4,000. It was a $4,000 6-month program, and every week we were on a Zoom, and he was putting together my YouTube. He was like, can I control he was on Zoom, he was controlling my mouse and putting everything together. I now have over 60,000 subscribers on a particular channel because of what I learned and the information I got from that class. And I still use it to this day. And I learned that almost 10 years ago. I still have it to this day. Still use that same information, and it still works. Now, there have been some changes, but it still works. This is the starting point of your transformation. I can't harp on this enough. So now, once you start getting information, what you believe in starts to change. Okay, you have certain beliefs about money. For some people, they believe they can't be wealthy. They believe that's for somebody else. That's for them. They have certain beliefs. I'm not going to lose any weight, or I'm never going to. They believe in these things. And the 3-letter word in believe that I want you to pay attention to is the word lie. You have to tell yourself some lies to believe in. I am a millionaire. I earned this. I do that. Now, is it a lie? Yes, because you don't physically have it, or it's not actually going on, but your brain doesn't know the difference. See right here, I am capable, can learn and grow. I deserve success. I stay focused. I don't quit. I create my future. You change your beliefs. All beliefs are false. And the belief that all beliefs are false is also false. You can create your own beliefs. You ever see somebody, well, I don't believe in that. You know, somebody, I don't believe in God. What they call them atheists. Like, it's just what they believe in. Now, until they get the information, will this change? No, it won't. You have a certain belief about where you are and where your life is, and I ain't gonna never get out of this and blah. But once you start to get this and you start to read the books and you get around the people who are doing the things, then this begins to change. Just start telling yourself some lies. I am a millionaire. It's a lie because you're not, but your brain doesn't know the difference. The goal of your brain is to grow the information. Okay, there's a plant called nightshade, and nightshade is a poisonous plant. Then we have something healthy like an apple seed, right? Apples grow apples. Apple seeds grow apple trees, and apple trees grow apples. Those are considered to be very healthy for you. So if you put a nightshade seed and an apple seed in the ground is going to grow both because its job is to grow the seeds that are planted in it. It doesn't know that it's nightshade. One is nightshade and one is apple seed. Its job is to grow. That's how your brain works. It doesn't know that you're telling yourself something positive or negative. It's whatever it's told to do is going to grow it. So plant some lies into your mind. Plant the information into your mind. Now, once your beliefs start to change, then what you think changes. Your thoughts create your future. In the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it says, thoughts are truly things. One of the first lines in that book, it says, thoughts are truly things, right? Where your thoughts go, your energy flows. Your thoughts create how you feel, decisions, actions, results. You have to train your thoughts daily. Read, speak positive, write them down, visualize, guard your mind. Once these begin to change, and what you think about begins to change. Because then whatever it is you're looking to get to, you think about it all the time. I think about Budget Boys all day long. What could I add to it? What could I give to people? What's going to help them? How can I help them? What can I do? What content? All day long. What's going to be on the podcast? What I'm going to teach about? What I'm going to train about? What I'm going to share? All day long. And the result is what you see right here. These two images, all this right here, because this is what I'm thinking about. Because I'm thinking about, it's here. Your mind is powerful. Everything that you see on this planet was in someone's mind. Someone or something's mind. Everything. Even the computer or the phone that you're watching this on right now was a thought in someone's mind. And now it's something that's tangible. This mic I'm talking to you through was a thought. Everything you see was a thought in someone's mind or something's mind. The trees, God's mind. The grass, God's mind. The cars, someone else's mind. So if you want a particular lifestyle, what are you thinking about? The lifestyle you have right now is what you think about the most. Even me, whatever you think about the most, that is what your lifestyle is. So when you start to get the information and you're reading that particular book and it's going into your mind and it's changing how you, right? You ever read a book, you be like, I didn't know that. I never thought about that. Your brain starts to create new neurons. And then you be like, maybe it's not all bad. And then now you're thinking about it. You're at work, like, with your hand on your chin, like, what can I do today? Who could I talk to? And you're thinking about, all right? So the information, the beliefs, and the thoughts are what we call the roots. These are the things that you cannot see that are working behind the scenes. These are the roots. The information, you can't see the information going into your mind. You can't see the beliefs being created in your mind. You can't see the thoughts. You can see the results, but you can't see them. These are the roots. The information, the belief, and the thoughts are the roots. These take the longest to settle because your roots have to create a tap root. And that tap root is what is the source that feeds that whole process. If you ever seen a huge tree, there's a tap root the size of the width of your pinky that's feeding that entire tree, because that root kept going and going and going until it found the source, the water source, the nutrient source, whatever that may be. And it sucks it up right into the tree through this process called aspiration. That's what these are doing. The roots are spreading out and going deep until they find that tap root finds the source. And that source will feed your entire process until you get to that lifestyle that you're looking for. So the fourth step is the actions. These are the how-tos. Because once you have the information, the beliefs, and the thoughts, now you can take the correct actions. I'm not going to say the right actions. I'm talking about the correct actions for that process or whatever you're looking to accomplish. This is where the intent comes in. This is where the non-quitness comes in. You start to build your confidence. You now have a plan. This is where you have the plan. The plan is put together here. Quick example. And we've all seen, I don't know if you've been to the gym before, but I'm an avid gym goer. And at the beginning of the year, the gym is packed. It's packed out. It's packed out with people and they're working out and blah. And you can't get on the machine to save your life. Around March, April, May, it starts to clear out. Now, I'm not saying this happens all the time, but most of the people that stick around were the ones that were sitting down with the trainers going over a plan, right? Of course, they're selling the program, they're selling the training, they're selling the membership. We understand that, right? Money has to be made somewhere. But the people understand what's going on. They got the information. Hey, what are your goals? Well, I'm looking to lose 50 pounds. I'm looking to get my butt shapely. I'm looking to build my chest up. Okay, good. Now, here's how we're going to do that. And they sit down with you and they go over the plan. They go over the information. Here's what we do. Here's what I can do. And then your beliefs, you're like, this guy, young lady knows what they're talking about. It seems like they know what they're talking about. Maybe I can lose this 50 pounds. Maybe I can get shapely. Maybe I can build my chest up. And then your thoughts are like, I got to go to the gym. This happened to me. I wasn't an avid gym goer. And then one day I sat down with a trainer and he turned me into a monster. I was benching 250. I only hit it one time. I was squatting 35 or whatever it was, 315. It was ridiculous. But because I sat down and got the information, it turned me to do the right actions. Now, I'm not as swole as I once was. I'm looking to get back into that. But I've maintained my shape. I still go to the gym 3-4 times a week. I know the right actions to take. And then guess what starts to happen? Your life starts to change. You lose 10 pounds. You stop the leaks and now you got an extra $300 to work with. You started that business and now that business is making you an extra $500. Your life starts to change. You start to live with purpose, live in freedom, live your dreams. You are creating your life. You're creating your life, what you want to do. You start to live some of your dreams. One of my dreams would be a world-class track coach. I'm living my dreams. We took over 20 kids to the high school state meet. We had a bus. We ain't never had a bus going to state. A bus full of kids, and 2 of those people on the bus were my twin daughters at state track meet. I have a summer track team. All 16 kids that ran in the regionals are going to nationals. But I thought about you. After a while, you start to learn. You start to live. You're starting to live these things, and then it becomes part of your lifestyle. This is just what you do. I drive this. I live this. I go here. It's your lifestyle. I do. It's just what you do now. There's no, oh, I'm gonna get into that. No, this is what I do. I take a vacation once a month. I earn $30,000 a month. I got $1 million put up. I read X amount of books per month. It's just what you do. And people are like, well, how'd you start doing this? And why do you do it that way? Because this is my lifestyle that you built, starting with the information. Now, the actions, the life, and the lifestyle are what we call the fruits. Actions, life, lifestyle are the fruits. You have the roots, information, beliefs, and thoughts, and then you have the fruits. Man, this is some good stuff. So come join us. Come join us in the Budget Boys free community. We're going live. We're showing you how to do this. All right, we got exclusive trainings, live calls, free tools, supportive community. Come join us. It's free. The link's gonna be somewhere here with this video. Just come see. I promise you. If you stay with us, some things are gonna change. We got people right now. Things changing. We have a lady right now. She said that if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to do some things I could do for my babies. I never thought I could do it, but she went through the course. She learned it, and she's like, "This is what I do now." So, all of her the Value Come join us. Come see what we got. See you on the inside.